I like to do some updates of presidential Democratic candidates every week, but we definitely starting next month. We got some election stuff coming, right? Yeah. So I think campaign season is really starting to pick up. So it's going to be right on time.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, will black voters still love Biden when they remember who he was?
Well, my response to that, did black voters ever love Biden? They might have loved Barack Obama.
Well, they definitely love Barack Obama, but he was like, they look at him as like Robin.
Yeah. I don't. He's not gonna make. He's never gonna have black people standing in line in the rain.
No.
Waiting to vote for.
Why are they so? Mainstream media why are they big up in him so much? Like acting like he's the front runner and he's going. They really want him to run.
Well, two reasons. Number one, they don't have nobody else that's in that place, and number two, he was Barack Obama's vice president, and Barack Obama was a favored president in this country, and so they just think, well, I guess Biden, but Trump ain't not worried about Biden. He's not worried about that other old guy, Bernie.
He's not feeling the burn.
No.
I don't like him either.
No.
Joe Biden once called state-mandated school integration the most racist concept you can come up with. And Barack Obama, the first sort of mainstream African-American who is articulate and bright and clean.
Mm-hmm. I remember when he said those words. Mm-hmm.
And to show
and he meant it.
Oh, he definitely meant it.
He meant it.
He definitely meant it. And to show you how the politics game is played, Obama still was able to embrace him in order to win, to move forward in his,
Because Obama looked at the, he knew I needed a white candidate to be the vice president, and who can I have that can compliment me, and Biden had already run twice trying to be president, and he wanted to be president. So and Biden is not an aggressive guy. He said, I know how to play the game, and I can play my role. And so he played his role for 8 years. Did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job playing the role.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at him totally different now. Sometimes I was like, okay, yeah, he's all right, but he wasn't. He isn't. He's not all right. And I just don't want people to be confused or misled. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
By who he is, and who he was, and who he is the same. It's the same person. So this is from 1993. In a different time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if time is not always kind to everybody, but
that crime bill.
So he said the new integration plans being offered are really just quota systems to ensure a certain number of blacks, Chicanos, or whatever in each school. That to me is the most racist concept you can come up with, Joe Biden said. This is in 1975. What it says is, in order for your child with curly black hair, brown eyes, and dark skin to be able to learn anything, he needs to sit next to my blonde-haired, blue-eyed son. That's racist. Who the hell do we think we are? That the only way a black man or woman can learn is if they rub shoulders with my white child.
Yeah.
1975.
Yeah. And then, and if you go back to 1975 and pull some tape of the city of Boston, can't get much north than Boston, and you see how they treated black people with busing. It was disgusting.
And this is in 75.
This is now 75, 73, 72, right around there. It was absolutely disgusting how they treat. I've never liked Boston since I saw what they were doing to black people getting on buses in Boston. Boston.
You ain't talking about in the South.
No,
this is in
man.
the North.
Yeah. It's in Boston. It was horrible. Yeah. Spitting on black kids. These are adults.
Kids.
These are the adults. Taunting them with sticks, and I mean, it was just horrible. So that's why what he said there, he's trying to get votes. He wants to get elected, and so that's where white people. That's where their mindset was.
Yeah. So I guess we have to try to ascertain if he was just saying what they wanted to hear, or whether that was what was in his heart. Well, I think it's what was in his heart.
Yeah, and it's the time. It's that he's trying to get elected. Trump is saying stuff now to get elected.
Same
I mean,
thing,
they all, whatever it takes, whatever y'all want to hear, fine. Y'all want to build a wall, we're gonna build a wall. He don't care about no wall.
Right.
And at the time that he was running, this is the, that was just his platform. And so Biden, and I mean, if you pull any of their records, any of them,
You're right.
go back to the 1970s, 60s, and see what they were saying.
Right. Another to me, the question that really shows me who the candidate is this question. What are your thoughts on reparations? That tells me who the candidate is, black or white. Now, if you're a black candidate and you dance around and you don't want to answer the question, you dance around it, that tells me who you are. Bernie Sanders, his answer to that question, have you heard him talk about this?
Was he tap dancing?
He was tap dancing, but to me, he did even worse. Okay, because the tap dance shows me that you're so moderate that you don't want to ruffle any feathers, right?
And he's supposed to be, right, the leftist,
So he said he was confused with the question. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. We're trying to make things right for all people. We're trying to bring them health care. Just go back over his platform again, free Medicare. He doesn't acknowledge it. And so I have a problem with that.
Well, but on the same token, the first person that I heard talk about reparations, a candidate running for president, was some lady. I don't even know who she is. She's not one of the top. She was, and of course she's saying that to get my name out there, to get on the top. So I'm saying they all say it depending on what time of history you're in. I'm trying to get elected. So. I don't even know who she is. She's so far down on the totem pole. Yeah. But she
below 1%.
Yeah. And I mean she's not mainstream at all, like you're saying. Right. And so she's the first person I heard say that we need to give blacks reparations. But that was to get my name out there. So I'm saying that the same thing in 1975 when Joe Biden was saying what he was saying. It's to get my name, to get it's to get elected. Get votes.
Yeah. But my thing is whatever move you make. You told me a long time ago. You said this. You got to be home 9:00. And then so mom was like, "Look, you got to be home 9:00. That's what it is." Da, 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 da. And I'm frustrated, like trying to figure out how I'm gonna do. What do you do? And get back in there. You said, "Look, you ain't got to be home at 9:00." I said, "I don't." You said, "If you don't want to, you don't. You just got to be prepared to deal with the consequences of not being here at 9:00.
Right.
So you said you don't have to come.
Right.
That screwed me up. I said, I'm going to be here 8:50. It's crazy.
Right.
But it's true. You can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say.
Right.
But you also have to be willing to understand that we're going to hold you to these words.
Right.
It may not be in 1975.
That's right. It might not be tomorrow. But right. But you're right. And then just like you brought out for Bernie, not Bernie, but Biden. You're telling people things that they don't even know about him, and that they have never heard. And so you gotta you got to face the consequences. Just like they keep bringing us up on Trump. You know what I mean? And he's able to handle it because he'll say, he throws it off. So what?
Yeah, he can. But Biden is not that guy.
He can't handle that like that, right?
And before we go, I want to read this last quote. Biden's thoughts on reparations.
His thoughts on reparations?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't feel responsible for the sins of my father and grandfather. He said this is in 75. Mm-hmm. I feel responsible for what the situation is today, for the sins of my own generation, and I'll be damned if I feel responsible to pay for what happened 300 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So you need to see what he's going to say now. And
That's true.
The reparations has never come up before like it has now.
That's true.
Never.
And definitely, and I like that because my thing is this: do I think that this country is going to pay out reparations? I don't think they will. But I love the conversation. I love I love the thinking about it. And if they was, here's the problem: if they was really smart, they would pay out the reparations because there's a big portion of us that would give it right back anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not all of us, but a big portion of us would just turn around and give it right back.
And they have to, because what are they going to spend?
What are they going to do with it?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy some jewelry. You know what I mean?
It's not, they're going to put it right back in the economy. So to me, the silliness of it, and that's what I'm saying, it's disingenuous. And it doesn't, even if they did it, it wouldn't mean like they feel differently because if they really think about it, they're going to spend it back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're not going to put it together and buy some land or anything like that or the majority of us would just be consumers.
And then too, I mean, if they bought the land, they still going, I'm buying it from Mr. White Man, and so I'm giving you the money anyway.
Taxes on it.
Right. And but they have such a dislike. I'm gonna be mild for black people.
Disdain.
Disdain. Yeah. That they still don't want to do that. I don't want to give you anything. Yeah. And Pat Buchanan, I think
he's a piece of work.
He was. He said the other day that America's already paid for reparations to black people. At the Civil War when my brothers died for y'all.
He said that?
Yeah. That was the greatest pay. What greater payment by giving you my life to free you? So you got your reparations.
Yeah, that's such a foolish statement, and it's just when you think about all of the inventions that were stolen. All of our lives, or ancestors' lives that were lost, all the businesses that were built literally on the backs of, slaves. It never can be repaid, really.
And then when you say that I'm lazy and my ancestors worked for free.
Right.
For hundreds of years. I told you about the Les Consalvin.
Yeah.
Used to be on the radio.
Yeah.
He robbed me. I had to call him. He said that they had slaves, and I don't have any money now. I mean, what are you talking about? We had slaves. My ancestors had slaves, but that doesn't mean that we were rich. Everybody who had slaves not rich. We didn't have any money. And I called him on the radio, and I said, listen, do you know your ancestors are turning over in their graves right now? All the free money you got, the slaves that we had that worked for free that we put in the coffers in your bank account, and you mean you ain't got no money left? You mean all the money is gone? Less? What happened to the money? Oh, this guy got to live it. What do y'all mean? I said, you lost the money? You stupid. How did you? What? Tax-free money? Hey, we had, if you had 20 slaves, you didn't have to pay them anything. And you don't have none of the money left? They turn over in their graves right now. He's stupid.
And you know what's so crazy? So this is probably 30 years ago. Y'all had that
Right.
conversation.
30 years ago.
He probably was old enough to maybe knew one of the relatives that had a slave.
That's true. That's true because right? Because I can go back to my great grandmother who was born in 1867, which is I just can't believe
So
that I
she's
knew
born
her.
1867.
Born in 18. This is your grandmother's grandmother. Born in 1867, and I knew her. Kissed her.
Huh, your mom? Your mom's grandmother?
Yeah.
And she's born 1867.
Yeah, born
Wow.
1867 and died in 1962.
What?
Yeah. She was about 93, somewhere around there when she died. And I was like 12, 13 years old. I knew grandma very well.
Yeah.
And the thing
That's
of
amazing.
it is. And I could see myself. I remember how I would kiss her neck and she would giggle just like a 18-year-old girl. You know what I mean? And she was, I remember. And
What was her demeanor like? Was she like
She-
rough or was she?
No. She was very grandmotherish.
Okay.
Because she had she's sitting in a rocking chair over on Vi's house in Detroit. She had long white stockings on, not stockings, socks. She had white like socks, and she's always knitting and had a little thing on her head that was like a knitted thing on her head, and she was always rocking. And she always wanted to go see her children. She was ready to go at any time. You know, she wanted to see all because she had about 9 kids and they were gone, most of them. But grandma, I remember very well. And she didn't talk a lot, but she was stern, kind of the closest thing to Grandma Reese.
Okay.
You know.
So close to her.
Yeah, close to Grandma Reese.
Yeah.
She didn't talk, but she.
And you're right, and she didn't talk a lot either.
Yeah, but when she talked, she was like.
She commanded respect. though.
Yeah, like what's his name? The president after Roosevelt walks off and carry a big stick. Truman.
Yeah.
Truman. But so that's how she's really, you know. And I have letters that her that she would write to her children. You know, but 1867.
That is amazing.
Yes, 1867.
lived to
So
100.
to answer you, because you went back to say he knew,
Yeah.
because he's older than I am,
Right.
a couple years older than I am.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So yeah.
So so then he definitely knew. Yeah, he definitely knew because, like you said, he's older than you, and he's gone. Man, he's long gone, right?
No, I'm talking about. You said that.
No, I'm
Biden-
talking about Ken Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
That's what we're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, and I just found out recently that he passed away because he passed away before Tom Marr, and Tom Marr's been gone for a few years.
Okay, so I confuse them sometimes.
Yeah. The Tom Marr, Ken Sullivan had
Both
a,
conservatives.
yeah, and they were both best friends. One was in the morning, and one was at night.
What station were they on? BAL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually enjoy talking to them, and they knew me. Here's Dwight. I guess you've been in Africa lately. You know what I mean? Yeah. He used to say that you're a capitalist because you made underwear in Jamaica. Tom remembered me very well. You know what I mean? And
So y'all probably had some very, very classic banter. I'm sure you would like to hear some of them tapes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I would spend money to hear that. And,
that would be really nice, and it's good because I think you're an independent, and them being strong conservatives. I don't think they're conservatives. Well, do you think they would be supportive of Trump, or would they be never Trumpers? Do you think?
No, they would be supporting Trump, but Tom Marr would bring out a lot of inconsistencies with Trump. He would still support him, but he would lay out what he disagreed with him about. And but you're right about independent, because I remember when I first met Sugar Ray Leonard. Me and Travis went over to Leonard's house. I think he was going to do a fashion show for Leonard one time. This is back in the 80s, I guess, late 80s, and And I had the underwear. I was manufacturing underwear. And then I took the underwear over there. And I had a box of underwear. I gave him some underwear that I was manufacturing. And he said to me, "Oh, you must be a black conservative. Just because, you're in business." So, it's because I'm in business, that means I'm a black conservative. So if I'm a Democrat or independent, you can't want to be in business. You just want to get a job if you're a Democrat. So I found that, and that's 35, 40. That's 35 years ago.
A lot of people think like that, though.
Yeah, that's which is confusing. It's and that's why you vote for the person who makes sense to you, that can help your agenda and it can help your people.
Right.
It's not a party.
Right.
It's a philosophy and a principle.
Absolutely.
Why do all the black people vote for the Democrats? Because the Republicans are talking against me. They want to kill me. They tell me they want to kill me. The Democrats may want to kill me, but they ain't said it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I know what he wants to do. Right. And so I'm like, I want to vote for somebody who don't like me.
Right.
100%.
Wow. Well,
that's why these shows are so interesting.
Yeah.
We can blend the politics into our family, they can hear what's going on.
Real life. Wow. Well, thank you as always. Another great show.
Yes.
And
yeah.
These are really, really interesting times.
Yeah, it really is. And don't nobody know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? They don't know.
Speaking of tomorrow, we get you to make a prediction. Paul Manafort is going to be sentenced tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday already.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. What do you think? Do you think is he going to get another slap on the wrist, or is this Judge Jackson going to really give him some?
Well, I think
time?
what the maximum I think is 10 years.
Right.
And I don't think she's going to give him 10. I think that she may say from 5 to 8.
Now. That would be significant to me.
Yeah.
Now,
especially if it goes consecutive.
That's what I'm saying. Is he going consecutive or concurrent?
Consecutive.
Oh, just go consecutive. That might be his time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I think that's going to be 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah. Right. And I think I'm leaning towards 5 years. She's gonna. And it's got to be. And I'm sure whatever she gives him is going to be consecutive. It's not going to be concurrent. And so like
she would be looking out for, but consecutive. So for people that don't know, he's already been sentenced to 47 months, and he gets sentenced tomorrow for something else. If it runs consecutive, he has to do the 47 months, then go to and do the other time.
Yeah, and then she gives him 60 months. That's 5 years, so that'll be another 60 months added on to that 47 months.
Right.
That's that's 9. That's close to 9 years. So, but I think she's gonna give him between 5 and 8.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna give him any more than that. Yeah, he's definitely not gonna get the max.
No, he's not. No,
and
no.
I think Trump leans on these judges a little bit. That
You
last
think?
one, yeah.
You think?
He look, do this, do that. Because that same judge that gave him 47 months gave a black politician doing the same type of stuff for a lot less money, a lot more time.
And believe me, that black politician did a lot less. He wasn't
we
conspiring.
talking-
He wasn't
yeah.
conspiring against.
We were talking about $400,000.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the money, $400,000.
Right.
This fool been millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he got like the
max.
max.
Manafort in Chicago. It was a small bank in Chicago where he went and told the president of the bank, "Give me this loan, and we may consider you making you secretary of giving him a country that he's gonna make him ambassador of."
Right.
And this is how they maneuver. You know what I mean? Which this is how people maneuver anyway.
Sure.
But you cannot be blatant criminals like this. You know what I mean? And the guy gave him a $16 million loan too.
Right.
You know, and
I mean, no type of finesse, no type of
just strong arm. Just hey, Yeah, take these, and then they can just, people like Manafort, white people, they can just go into a bank and sign all kind of fraudulent papers and say, "Here's my financial statements and give me that loan." We can't do that.
No.
Okay.
They going over our stuff with a fine tooth comb.
Yes, even if ours is correct, they still gonna hold back, and his is phony.
Yes,
and they don't even go.
They using one of these.
Yeah,
fine tooth comb.
Yeah, I like that. So these are the things that we have to let people know. This is the world, and
knowing that, that's why you got to go to the Harbor Bank, or you know what I mean. You got to go to the bank. That it's not that I blame them. I just think we need to have more of our own situations.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Listen, all my life, adult life, I've been telling people, they say, well, what do we as a people need to do to, get together and to grow and recognize our strengths? And, people got all kind of books. We need to do this. One page. Give your money to me, and I'm going to give you my money. Right. Do business with me, and I'll do business with you. Keep that money going back and forth to each other. Right. And you got to go out of your way. I went to a restaurant the other day. Me and your mother were hungry. And so we went 20 blocks to go to a new black restaurant that we hadn't been to before. You got to go out of your way to give you my money. And I know it's difficult. It's easy to stop at McDonald's or over here.
But it's not really that difficult.
No.
Because if it was the new tennis shoes or sneakers that they wanted, they go 20 blocks for it.
Right.
So it's just, but you are definitely always have been a champion for eating at black establishments. Mm-hmm. And that's a really good thing. Even when it's not convenient. You know what I mean?
You remember that apples and oranges, the restaurant, not restaurant, but the supermarket.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your mother and I went there one time, and the manager or whoever was there, and she sees us come there a lot. And then it was also the owner of a restaurant called Darkest Blue.
On Greenmount.
Yeah, it was on Greenmount. And we used to go there too, right? And when we walked into the supermarket, the manager and the guy from Darkest Blue, they said, they started clapping. They said, "These people are black. They support us."
Yeah.
And so
that's powerful.
That's enough for me.
Yeah, me too. That's all right. And hopefully it is enough for you guys watching and listening to us. So thank you, Dad.
Yes.
We're gonna be back next week, guys.
Yeah. All right.